point.
it's very hard to tell mom's story. Go ahead, booby skirting around back, bringing it around town. I feel it's very hard to, and that's what we struggle, and why we had the battles that we did with ego and these concepts, because we're born into a system where we're not taught these things, and we're taught the bare minimum of otherworldly topics, or we're raised in a society, especially in America, to immediately dismiss those concepts. Maybe not in other cultures outside of America, where they keep they've kept spiritual practices alive, or kind of stuck to their ancient roots. For example, Ireland, India, these places where these practices have continued and evolutionized, versus America's very heavily Christian based, and that's only been around for a few thousands of years, and doesn't have the answers that these other religions have experienced, or any tribal experience in Africa, where they did honor the earth, the divine mother, all of these. Besides those groups of people that still feel those things, it's very not mainstream to feel the way that we do about life, and how mom saw reality, and how she operated, and why it was so challenging to, when you're in this other reality that you can't explain to people, but you're trying to navigate down here, and you're the only one experiencing that. We weren't even experiencing that with mom, and she's trying to tell us her experiences and what she can see and she can feel, and hopefully spiritual people, like people that watch this show, understand, because we now have those experiences when you have dreams, visions, synchronicities that you can't explain, that are happening to you, and if you tell somebody, they're like, you're fucking insane. It's very hard to navigate these concepts, and give it to a collective level where maybe somebody will understand why mom, what she was saying, and why she lived her life the way that she did. It's very hard to kind of put this all into a documentary form, so we're grateful that this opportunity was presented to the group and to the team after mom left, ascended, passed, died, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, but this was given to us, and the team decided to go with this opportunity because we felt it was the best outlet to get the most information about mom's story out there in a way that people could maybe finally listen, because they didn't want to hear us on stream, they didn't want to hear mom, they didn't want to hear, and I get it, I can't even watch myself back on streams, I couldn't listen to my obnoxiousness tell you that Mother God is here in physical form, but thank you to the ones that did hear us and did hear mom. But it's very hard for people, it's so foreign to the best way
I can try to explain to the average person is like, well, the average person, no, but never mind on that. But, to the average spiritual person, I guess, is like, being awake in this realm feels like you are in an insane asylum, right? And you're sane in the insane asylum. And everybody else is actually out of their fucking minds. But they think that you're the insane one. Like, imagine being put in an insane asylum, you're sane, but everybody there thinks you're the one out of pocket. And that's what it's like. And I'm sure people can relate to that. It's like this whole world and the ego and its constructs and the systems, they don't even realize that they're the ones that are insane. And so when they see people who are like living the real truth of what this experience is down here, which it's a spiritual experience. It's not even a spiritual experience. We're a spiritual being in a human body trying to navigate. And that seems insane to the average person. But that's the flip of it all, right? Is that like, love is insane. 5D is insane, to the mind. And I guess like that's the thing of it. And it's kind of funny in a way, because I've been thinking about it a lot as like Pluto gets ready to shift into Aquarius. Like, Aquarius is the archetype of like being weird. And so like weird is the new normal. That's what it is. And so this will be very unpalatable to the average person, but I think in a way, hopefully it makes other people feel like someone understands their experience. Like, we understand the experience, and weird is going to be the new normal. So we might as well, like, start getting used to that.
Yeah, it's like something I keep saying is, and what a lot of people say nowadays is, like, truth is stranger than fiction at this point. Whether you're talking about disclosure, spiritual stuff, it still applies. The truth about the elites and what they do, truth is stranger than fiction. Like, again, you think your favorite movie shows, actors, they're all drinking blood and worshiping Satan. Like, that sounds out of pocket, but it's like, again, truth is stranger than fiction. Yeah. Same when you get to the other side of the spiritual movement, truth is stranger than fiction. And it's, again, something that Kanye West said before he disappeared was like, I just tell the truth, and the truth sounds crazy in a world full of lies. And that's...
Yeah, ain't that the truth, Kanye?
That's some of the realest shit I've ever heard somebody say in my life. He's completely right about that, and it's kind of interesting.